Time now for Eyewitness News. Call 12 for action.
Just days after federal regulators announced it was opening an investigation into the General Motors recall, that same agency is now coming under fire for what it may have known for years.
Problem solver Susan Hogan joins us now with the developing story.
Well, just last month, General Motors recalled nearly 1.3 million cars because of potentially faulty ignition switches that can't switch the ignition off, cutting power to the car. Now, there are reports that call into question whether the Federal Safety Agency knew about the problems years ago, but didn't do anything about it. According to federal regulators, 13 deaths are linked to a defect in some General Motors vehicles. Last week, the National Highway Traffic and Safety Administration announced it was opening an investigation into GM. NHTSA wants to know exactly how many consumer complaints has GM received, how many lawsuits have been settled, and why wasn't a recall issued earlier. But now those same questions are being asked of the agency conducting the investigation. Safety advocates claim NHTSA received complaints from consumers for years regarding problems with their ignition switches, but the agency did nothing about it. In response to this, NHTSA tells Call 12 for Action the data available to NHTSA at the time did not contain sufficient evidence of a possible safety defect trend that would warrant the agency opening a formal investigation.
What GM has to do is restore the public trust.
Clarence Ditlow heads the Center for Auto Safety.
It has to take a close, hard look at its own system for determining when there's a defect and when to do a safety recall.
NHTSA is demanding answers from GM as to whether the manufacturer followed the legal processes and requirements for reporting recalls. Now, this recall involves 6 GM vehicles, including the 2005 through 2007 Chevy Cobalts, 2007 Pontiac G5, 2003 through 2007 Saturn Ions. Now, NHTSA is urging owners to use only the ignition key with nothing else on the key ring and get that ignition repaired as soon as the parts are available. Now, we have all of this information for you on our website right now at WPRI.com. I'm problem solver Susan Hogan, Eyewitness News.